Hello, NERSA leaders, colleagues, and friends. My name is Ken Walters, Global Education Manager for Core Health and Fitness. This week, we would have typically been coming together to have a lot of fun and connect at the NERSA annual conference. Unfortunately, we're not able to do that in light of the current pandemic, but we can still connect because that's what we see you doing on your campuses, and at home, you're connecting. You're still connecting students and engaging them, as well as all of your members, in so many different ways. It is truly amazing. You inspire us. And we're doing the same. We're also changing it up. We have so many resources that we are providing during this time to be a good partner. One of those is a look behind the covers at our Global Innovation Center in Lake Forest, California. Also, we'll have a series of roundtables for the Education Channel each Wednesday following. We hope that you'll join us and share, because that's what this time is for us. It's a time to learn, listen, find out more about what you're going through, what our commonalities are, and how we can still be a good partner. All right, now I'm going to throw it over to Terry in Lake Forest, California.
Hi, my name is Terry Woods, and I'm the Vice President of Sales for the Americas for Core Health and Fitness. Today, you're in Lake Forest, California at our Design and Development Center. This is where all of our product innovation happens for our brands and our products. But before I talk to you about that, I want to tell you a little bit about who we are and how we do our business. What motivates us, what drives us, basically what gets us out of bed in the morning is our purpose. And our purpose is to innovate by sharing our passion for fitness performance. We align ourselves with partners, employees, customers that have that same purpose to deliver the best results. How we do things is by following a set of core traits. It's our core values. It's the DNA of our company. Knowing how we do things and what we're doing them for is critical to the success of our company and the products we bring to you. Before we get to our products and brands, I want to share with you some exciting news about our organization. Recently, we just announced that Gainline Capital Partners, a private equity firm, just invested in Core Health and Fitness. This investment is going to accelerate our ability to integrate our company vertically, and it's going to provide the stability to create a much better business efficiency. Our senior leadership team is led by our founder, chairman, and CEO, Michael Bruno, and we recently just announced the promotion of Jason Leone to the post of president for Core Health and Fitness. These changes provide a very stable environment for us to grow into the future. We're really excited about this. Our day-to-day operations are run by a single theme, something we call our main theme. And our main theme is to maximize customer delight. We do this by organizing our brands and products, our personnel, even our systems to align around that promise to maximize customer delight. We've taken these teams and we've segmented them into either channel-specific or geographic-specific environments to maximize customer delight for you. Not only that, but we've instituted the ability to measure our success. It's a very common measurement called Net Promoter Score. In this, we ask our customers on a weekly basis how we're performing, and we're proud to announce that we believe we're at an industry-leading score of 66. This is all due to the hard work of our cross-functional teams and our customer flywheel process. At Core Health and Fitness, we're very fortunate to have 5 world-renowned brands: Stairmaster, Schwinn, StarTrack, the newly acquired Throwdown, and of course Nautilus, which is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. These brands have hundreds of products that are designed to focus on health clubs, YMCAs, education and recreation, multi-housing, and many, many more markets. We're very excited to show you these brands, so without further ado, let's go take a look at the brands and the innovation that's coming from Core Health and Fitness.
Hi, I'm Jeff Diltz, the Vice President of Product Management and Innovation at Core Health and Fitness. And we're in the lobby of our Design and Development Center in Lake Forest, California. And before we go in and we start to focus on the 5 iconic brands and the new products that we're introducing in those brands, one of the biggest questions the customers always ask us is, where do you come up with the ideas? What prompts you to do the next product? And once you decide on that next product, what brand do you put it in? How are those decisions made? Well, one of the things we do is we really look at the outside world, and a lot of our best ideas don't come from us. They come from you, our customers, and our global distributors. Often it's trying to find that next big thing, right? That next cool new fitness product. Other times it's about solving specific problems that are occurring in facilities with end users that are interfering or disrupting your business. The last part is looking at our existing portfolio and some of the really iconic products like treadmills and climbers and bikes and saying, what can we do with these products to make them better and more relevant in today's marketplace? And how that all happens is kind of outlined on the poster behind me on the wall. It's called our innovation process, and it's really what this building in Lake Forest, California is all about. Our engineers are based here, our product development teams are here, our quality teams are here. We have a fabrication lab, we have a test lab, and then we have a showroom where we can really bring in customers and experiment and get feedback on how to make our products better. But if you look at the process itself, it starts with ideas in the upper right-hand corner. And again, those ideas often come from outside of our organization, and very often they come from our customers. Once we have the ideas, we want to try to build an ROI. We try to filter the ideas and decide which ones are the best for us, but not just the best for us financially, which products are going to solve problems with our customers and help them grow their business and profit in their businesses. As we go from the ROI, we go into the planning gate where we talk about how long it will take, the team that'll be involved, how we're going to manufacture. Then we go into design and development. Then we go to testing and validation. And then once we get through that development process, we get to the fun stuff. We start creating the marketing materials and creating the stories and the videos. We start training our staff how to present these solutions to you, the end customer. And then we bring the products to market. Now at the end of that, 6 months later after we've launched the product, we bring the team back together and we say, what could we have done better? Did we really listen to what our customers were saying? Did we put all those ideas into this product? And is this product delivering on what we said it would do? That's the innovation process, and that's really what happens in this building. And as we step away from the lobby, we're going to start to look at each of the individual brands and some of the new ideas and innovations that are happening within those brands. And the important thing that I'll always come back to is, why did we do this problem? What's in it for our customers? What ideas did our customers give us that prompted this new product development? So at the end of this process, we take a look at the finished product as we put it out into the market, and we ask ourselves, does it solve the problems that our customers presented to us? Is this something that's going to help our customers grow their business? And is it going to be relevant to the end users? That's the review we do at the very end, and we make sure that we take all the learnings from what went on and we apply them to the next product development process.
Hi, my name's Kevin Corbelis. I'm the Vice President of Engineering at Core Health and Fitness, and this is our test lab in Lake Forest, California. We do all of our verification tests in this lab. Right over here we have our tester for keypads. This tester takes all of our keypads through millions and millions of cycles. So we go through and verify the capability of each keypad. Past this, we do soak tests, liquid intrusion tests, and it's a way we can confirm the quality of our keypads before we ever let them out into the marketplace. We have additional test equipment back here in the lab. Over here is our treadmill testers. We call these our holistic testers. We're able to run these treadmills at 10 miles an hour, and the cadence of the wheels allows almost 3 times the impact of a normal runner at 10 miles an hour. We know how our treadmills perform with this holistic tester, and any new test that we do on a new platform has to meet the minimum of the thresholds of what we know our existing product lasts through. So this is a really abusive test. It demonstrates the capability of our product for long-term durability. You can see some of the other equipment here. We have vertical column posts here. These allow us to do thousands of pounds of loading tests on strength equipment. So we can run cycle load tests. We can run ultimate load tests throughout the lab on all of our strength equipment. We have a tester here that we've been using on our SVA platform to confirm how we validate our material for our pads. This is our belt tester. We use a lot of drive belts in our product line, from bikes to cross trainers to treadmills. Well, it's important to be able to validate belts. There's lots of manufacturers of belts. We want to make sure that they're okay to use on our product line before we ever introduce them into our product line. So we test our incumbent suppliers we know are acceptable, and any new sources that we want to bring online, we take them through this test process. So this will run for months on end to verify that it's equivalent to anything we've used in the past on our product line. At Core Health and Fitness, we're constantly innovating and testing to make sure that we provide our customers the best product, the most durable products in the marketplace.
As we start the tour of the Design and Development Center, we're going to start with the StarTrack brand. And when you think of StarTrack, you have to think of treadmills. Now, StarTrack is a provider of all cardio products for the main floor cardio area of any facility. But when you really think of the brand, you think of treadmills. And that's what StarTrack's been known for decades. So this year, we introduced the Freerunner by StarTrack. And this was a ground-up development to do something completely different with treadmill design. We wanted to provide a premier experience for end users and runners, and at the same time not be constrained by the typical materials that we've used over the years on treadmills. A normal treadmill from most of the competitors uses an MDF wood deck. We chose to go a different direction with the Freerunner to get the type of feeling and response that we knew runners would love. So we started with an aluminum deck, and underneath the aluminum deck we suspended the deck with a very specific shape and durometer of urethane. And if you look down below, you can see where these suspension systems are located. We call it hex deck. And the idea behind the hex deck system with the aluminum running surface is that it's incredibly forgiving at heel strike and provides a tremendous amount of absorption. But as the foot translates back, it provides a firmer surface and allows for you to enhance performance. If you make a treadmill too soft, then it feels great when you land, but it also compromises your performance because you can't accelerate off of a soft surface. So by combining the aluminum deck and the hex deck suspension system, we were able to accomplish a very compliant landing with a very responsive gait forward.
Let me introduce you to the Open Hub display. This is a product that you can find on all StarTrack and Stairmaster cardiovascular products. Our Open Hub display gives you the ability to connect with expert partners throughout the industry to provide your users exactly what it is they want when they come to use your product. First off, you can use the product to track user statistics. You can create an entertainment environment. You can use the display to manage your assets from an owner standpoint, or even create a leaderboard situation. The product comes standard with Apple Gym Kit. It comes standard with the Bluetooth capability. It comes standard with HDMI ports and USB ports. This can be found on both our LCD and embedded touchscreen monitors. Now let's take a closer look at our display and some of the features that it offers. For example, our Quick Touch keypad. This allows users to select their incline or speed at the touch of a button. It's a favorite of our users who are benefiting from high-intensity interval training programs. We also have our Bluetooth keypad, which allows you to connect with any device to download data, and our user-controllable fan, easily one of the favorites of the people who've used StarTrack and Stairmaster cardio products. There are other elements on the StarTrack Freerunner that make it a performance treadmill. For example, first, on the keypad below, you can see that it's very easy while running to access the incline and the speed features. The product also will max out at 15 miles an hour and 20% incline, which is very aggressive. But most importantly, we allow a manager to change the manager's setting modes to increase or decrease the speed from an acceleration or deceleration standpoint. Think about if you're in a high intensity interval class and you need to get to that speed quickly, you're able to do so on the StarTrack Freerunner.
While we're still talking about the StarTrack brand and StarTrack Cardio, I want to talk about the StarTrack 4 Series cardio lineup. Now, if you think of commercial health clubs, YMCAs, and full commercial environments, we certainly have the product portfolio to cover that. But we've actually created an entirely new category with the 4 Series, and that's in the light commercial environment. Now, that could be corporate fitness, it could be hospitality, it could be a high-rise condo, or it could be a gated community. One of the things about multi-housing and these different, what I would call light commercial environments, is the gyms are getting nicer and nicer. If you're going to stay at a hotel or you're going to rent a high-end property, one of the first things you look at is the quality of the fitness center. So what we're trying to do is really provide a commercial experience, even though we're trying to be in the right price point, we're trying to be in the right footprint size. We're again trying to give that consumer a high-end commercial experience. Within the 4 Series, we have a treadmill, we have a cross trainer, we have an upright bike, and we have a recumbent bike. So we've got all the basic modalities you need to outfit a really well-done fitness center. And I'll start here because now I want to focus a little bit on the displays. So while the bases stay the same, you've got some options in terms of your displays. Our most basic display is a keypad display. You control the machine through the keypad buttons. But what's unique about this is you've got a 10-inch color display versus the small LCD windows that would normally be on a product like this. So a very robust experience, but traditional keypad touch controls. Now let's move from the traditional keypad display to our mid-level display, which you'll notice the keypad is now gone. We still keep our intensity buttons to allow you to quickly go from one interval to another, but now all the controls are done on a capacitive touchscreen display. Like an iPad, like a phone, the function of the unit is controlled on this 10-inch color display. The next step up from this display is back on the treadmill, where you can see we have our full 15-inch open hub display. Now, this is truly a commercial experience on a light commercial product. This is when you need maximum curb appeal and you want to make a big first impression. And it's also for facilities that want to have fully featured consoles. Now again, in the Open Hub presentation, we talked about Apple Gym Kit, Bluetooth, Amp Plus, the ability to have a TV tuner, specialty programming, virtual runs and walks. Really, again, this is putting a full commercial experience on a light commercial product.
Hi, my name is Ashley Thorne, Director of Product for Group Cycles here at Core Health and Fitness. Welcome to our Design and Development Center, where all of the innovation happens. This is our cycling studio, home of Schwinn. In the next 3 segments, I'm going to be talking about education, our product portfolio, as well as what's coming in the next generation. We all know that instructors are a club and a studio's most valuable asset. That's why as Schwinn, we are so proud to provide education in a broad-based format in the form of live and online certifications. Live is available in the options of being at a trade show or a convention, where instructors also have the ability to be exposed to other types of fitness modalities, as well as network in business and learn new skills. The other option is to host a certification in your own club or studio. There's a few benefits to that as well. You have the ability to recruit new instructors based on assessing their talent. You're able to do a revenue share if you'd like to sell seats to that certification. You also have the incredibly unique opportunity as a part of the Schwinn community to be mentored by award-winning fitness celebrities. The product portfolio within Schwinn is all about the tools that your instructors use to create an authentic, engaging experience in their class. You have the power and the freedom of choice based on what type of members you're trying to target. Do they want to train with power? Do they want to track their progress? Do they want to compete or collaborate on a group display, such as with a system like MotoZumo? Do they want to just let go and party on a bike? The options are yours. As the next layer of choice, you're able to take the technology that we provide as a bundle on the AC and the SC power bikes and remove them as accessories to build up both the AC performance bike as well as the SC7. And the next tier down, we go from aluminum frame bikes in the AC Performance and SC7 down to steel frame bikes in the AC Sport and the SC5. And last but not least, the original, the IC Classic, with real chain drive, as well as universally threaded pedal spindles and a steel frame. Whether you're looking for a smooth feel, an authentic feel, ergonomic flats to rest your palms on, or a continuous handlebar surface for choreography, Schwinn has the answer. It's a bike for every budget and a tool for every target member. Welcome, the newest member of the Schwinn family. We've taken everything that club owners, instructors, and members have told us that they love about all the bikes that we have so far, and we've combined it into one super bike. We have the same decisions that we can make. We can say smooth or authentic feel. We can choose between belt. We can say we want technology or not. We can add those bundles or not. If you choose technology, we have a new innovative console to add to your experience in color with zone training. That is the easiest way to bring all of your members up to the same level, exerting the same effort in your classes, training with color. And we've taken what we know that we love about the power bikes with the glow underneath, and we've actually projected that color that you're training to that color on the bike. The entire class illuminates in the same color at the same time. That's collaborative. You can choose which type of zone training you'd like to do. Choose between percentage of FTP, percentage of max heart rate, or cadence, depending on what type of experience you want to have in that class, all personalized in the console based on that member's unique biometrics. And if technology is not your thing, we can remove all of that distraction from the bike and allow your members to directly connect their phones to have whatever experience they choose. Stay tuned for more announcements on when this bike launches in a market near you.
We're really excited to talk about the Nautilus brand now. And as we mentioned earlier, this is the 50th anniversary of Nautilus Strength. And if you know the story of Nautilus Strength, you know that 50 years ago, Arthur Jones introduced the world to selectorized machine-based training. It was taking everything that the bodybuilders were doing at the time with free weights and creating a very logical, progressive set of machines that would allow you to go through one time, going each set to failure. And it really made strength training accessible to everyone, above and beyond the bodybuilders and athletes. It really made circuit training on selectorized strength accessible to the masses. And it changed the industry and how we looked at gym layouts and attracting new clients into our facilities. We're super excited to introduce the redesign of the Nautilus Freedom Trainer. And we're adding this into the Human Sport line of cable-based training products. So if you know our Human Sport line, you know it's all about being space efficient, but offering the maximum amount of exercise options for trainers and end users. As the 7th piece of Human Sport, this really gives trainers unlimited possibilities. Whether you're a trainer, an athlete, or an end user, there really is no motion you can't recreate with this product. The arms move in this plane of motion, and they also move through this plane of motion. So again, any exercise from squats to push presses to arm curls to triceps to chest, you can really position the pulleys in the right spot and perform the exercise perfectly. Again, with as little as 300 or 400 square feet, you can introduce the entire human sport line, with this really being the centerpiece that'll drive your training and small group programs. If you notice on our weight stack, all Nautilus equipment that's selectorized, we've eliminated the weight stack pin. We use a system called Lock and Load, and it's patented and it's exclusive to Core Health and Fitness and Nautilus. And it's very simple. It is literally a switch that allows you to select the weight. The reason we went to this system, the why behind this system, is that weight stack pins are the #1 failure item on strength equipment. A bent, broken, or lost pin can actually cause the entire machine to be out of order. By introducing the Lock and Load stack, even if one switch was to be compromised, all of the other switches still work, meaning the machine would never be down. It's one of the really unique and truly innovative things that we do on all of our Nautilus strength products that have weight stacks. We're going to stay focused on the Nautilus brand, and I want to go back and revisit that idea of innovation and where ideas come from. Remember, we said there's kind of 3 different types of innovation. There's finding that next big thing. There's taking problems that are out in the world, out in your facilities that end users are dealing with, and trying to build either a programming solution or a steel and iron solution to solve the problem in the facilities. And then there's taking products that we have and making them better, bringing them up to date, making them more competitive, more feature-rich, adding things that are happening in the outside world in terms of programming to products we already have. The glute drive is an example of an idea that wasn't our idea originally. There was an issue that was starting to happen in facilities, and what happened was exercise research was published on the hip thrust, and that information went viral in the training community. When that happened, it changed behavior on the training floor. And people started to do the hip thrust motion any way that they could. Sometimes they would modify an existing machine. Most often they would take an Olympic bar, lay it across their hips, balance their shoulders on a bench, and do the hip thrust exercise. It disrupted the flow of the free weight area, and it took away the Olympic bar from the squat rack and perhaps the Olympic bench press. So our customers came to us and said, hey, we need a solution for this disruption that's happening in the fitness facilities. So lucky for us, right at that time, we also were working with an inventor named Pete Holman out of Colorado. And he had built a rough prototype of the unit you see in front of you now, the glute drive. Well, then it was really empowered us to take that prototype, take that concept, that idea, and develop it into a product. And we did that in a pretty short period of time. We were able to keep it in a small footprint. We were able to keep it as a plate-loaded device, so that kept the cost down. And we knew this was mostly happening in the free weight area of the facility, so it made sense to make it a plate-loaded version first. We really got the biomechanics correct. We added plate storage again, trying to keep it in a smaller footprint than what was happening that was disrupting facilities over time. So for 2019 and coming into 2020, this has been one of the most on-trend exercises that we're seeing in every facilities, and that's made this one of our most popular products. If you're not addressing the hip thrust in your facility today, you really should. The gentleman who published the research, Brett Contreras in San Diego, is a PhD, and he really validated this idea that truly isolating the glutes happens in this motion. It happens in the hip thrust motion, better than a deadlift, better than a squat, better than a lunge. So again, this exercise is now mainstream, and you want to have this solution in your facilities to address this on-trend programming. We're going to stay on the Nautilus brand for a few more minutes, and we're going to talk about our SVA platform, our sound and vibration absorbing platform. And when you look at the unit that I'm standing on, it looks like a half rack with a traditional weightlifting platform. but looks can be deceiving. There's some really unique design elements in this product that make a huge difference in how it reacts out on the gym floor. If you've been watching fitness over the last few years, you know the effect of CrossFit, you know the effect of Olympic lifting for performance, and how it's become mainstream in fitness. Olympic lifting is more popular in the fitness arena than it's ever been before. And if you've been around Olympic lifting, deadliftings, snatches, cleans, etc., you know that the bar gets dropped from waist high, sometimes chest high, sometimes overhead. And when that weight hits the platform, it's extremely loud and it can create a tremendous amount of vibration, especially if you're not on a first floor ground level facility. Well, as the fad and trend of Olympic lifting has made its way into fitness, more and more people are putting these products in. And this is really the why behind where this came from. As facilities started to introduce Olympic lifting and started to allow heavy lifting in the gym again, what they weren't prepared for was the noise and the vibration, not just in this general area, but for members or clients that might be working out 30, 40, or 50 feet away that were hearing the crashing of the weights and feeling the vibration of the weights hitting the floor as it reverberated across the room. So the problem we had to solve was, how do you reduce noise and vibration by 50% and not affect the overall performance of the rack? So with a lot of testing and a lot of material analysis, we were able to create additional layers of foam below the heavy rubber pad. So again, looks and feels like a traditional Olympic platform, but now it takes that noise and vibration, and as an example, I'll drop the weight, and it significantly reduces it, and it really doesn't allow the vibration to translate a lot across the floor. So much like the glute drive, sometimes we don't get to choose the popularity of certain exercises that come into the facility, but we have to manage them, correct? So as things are on the cover of Shape Magazine or Men's Fitness or Muscle and Fitness, those trends are going to make their way into our facilities. And sometimes we have to develop steel and iron products that help us manage those situations. So again, another idea wasn't necessarily in our roadmap. It came to us through you, our customers, and our distributors, and we were able to act on it. That's why having an open dialogue with customers constantly, listening to trends, listening to ideas, really actually feeds our product development roadmap. All right, let's shift our attention to Stairmaster. And you guys know the Stairmaster brand is one of our strongest brands, one of our most recognized brands. And when you think of Stairmaster, most people think of stair climbers or step mill type products. You know, climbing is what Stairmaster really labeled itself as in the early days. Now, if you've watched Core Health and Fitness over the last few years, you know that we've taken that high intensity mindset and we've developed other products with the Stairmaster brand that fit into that mindset. And again, it's right in line with what's going on in the industry and what's going on with trending and programming, and that is high intensity interval training, doing more work in less time. And whether it's HIIT intervals as part of Throwdown or Stairmaster, or it's changing the way you behave on what would be traditional cardio equipment, rather than just getting on for 40 minutes and going at steady state, today it's about doing higher intensity bouts with recovery for shorter durations and actually getting the same amount of work done. It is a more efficient way to train. And because of that, this mode of stair climbing, Stairmaster, has grown exponentially over the last few years. You're seeing more stair climbers in clubs than you've ever seen before. And we talked about treadmills being number one. And ellipticals are still really number two. But the fastest up and coming cardio modality is absolutely stair climbing, and it's because of this high intensity trend. So we talked about why we do things, why we focus on certain products. And in the case of what used to be known as the Gauntlet, and is now known as the 10G, we knew it was time to reinvent this category. We started it, we built it up, we made it popular. A lot of other people have come into this space, so we knew there was an opportunity to basically redesign it from the ground up. And that's exactly what we did. We started actually with service providers and installers and said, if we could change this product, what could we do to make it better for you in terms of installation, service, preventive maintenance? And we started from the inside out and literally redesigned every component that you see on the product. The next step was focus on the consumers. What do people love about stair climbing? They've had other options now. They used to only have Stairmaster, but now some of the competitors have come into the space and they've introduced different features. Some have tried to make the footprint smaller. Some have tried to add features that maybe aren't relevant to the end user. So we focused on the end user and we said, what could we do to this product to make it a better experience? And a couple of different things came up. Number one, they asked for a bigger step, a deeper step. And we know this is important because people are doing more than just stepping individual steps. They're double stepping, they're side stepping, they're stepping and doing kickbacks. So having a lot of surface area, a lot of room to be creative with how they use the product was really important. Another feature was the handrail positions, really getting people to get kind of into more of an upright posture, to train more aggressively, to open up their chest and lungs. We changed the position of the handrails to put you in a better ergonomic position. And then we added some really unique programming. We added high-intensity interval training programming called the Stairmaster 20. When you get on, it's going to take you through a very focused 20-minute workout with intervals, high workload, with long recovery. Then as we were going through the whole process, we stumbled onto a really cool, unique feature, which we have a patent pending on, called Overdrive. And to explain Overdrive, we'll show you some videos from some of our athletes. And what it means is, and you can see this extra set of handles here, and you can see that even on the upper handles, you've got multiple places to grab. And the reason for that is, I want you to imagine pushing a sled on turf, or doing a farmer's carry with weights in both hands, which is very popular and on trend in HIIT programming. Now imagine doing that up a staircase. So when I go into overdrive, I'm setting up the machine to allow me to overdrive the motor. And the machine is actually weighing me, so it knows what my total body weight is. And when I introduce more load, either by pulling on the handles or pushing on the handles, the motor will allow me to overdrive. And it puts me into power mode. And I can drive through that power mode for the designated interval. And then as soon as I stop putting that extra load into the system, the machine knows to take me right back to my recoveries. So let's say my recoveries were 24 steps per minute. As soon as that extra load goes away, the steps will go right back to recover, allow me to completely bring my heart rate down, get ready for the next hard work interval, and then I go right back into overdrive mode where I'm either carrying up the stairs or I'm sled pushing up the stairs. So really popular program that we've added. So all of your favorite programs are still there. Climbing famous landmarks, being able to do interval programming, being able to do steady state programming. But now you've got two new programs, which are the Stairmaster 20, which is HIIT programming based on our HIIT science. The same HIIT science we use in our Stairmaster HIIT certification, 4-hour certification that's available online. And we've introduced Overdrive. And clients are loving Overdrive, but one of the groups that's really responding to Overdrive is the personal training. It's anyone that's part of that personal training group or is using the 10G as part of small group training, they love the ability to go really, really heavy and recover because it fits into all the other programming that they're doing around the gym. So again, we've launched this product. We're getting great results in the field. We've added some of the things we think are most important, not only for the end users, but for the service providers and club owners that will have this product. And we're super excited to get it out into the field. Now remember, with your displays, these are open hub displays, similar to our StarTrack product line. So you have 15-inch embedded, you have an option for a 10-inch embedded, or you have our basic LCD control keypad. So you've definitely got options for entertainment, just like you would have with any of our open hub systems. So that's the Stairmaster 10G. We're really excited to have it at the forefront of the Stairmaster brand. Again, we've talked about the hero products for each brand, and the 10G is definitely the hero product for the Stairmaster brand. As we continue our tour of the Design and Development Center in California, I want to introduce you to our newest brand, which is Throwdown. Now, Throwdown may be new to you, but it's not new to the industry. Throwdown has its roots in MMA and boxing, and in fact, they started Throwdown by making MMA octagons and boxing rings. Was MMA for fitness and boxing for fitness evolved and grew, and health clubs and recreation facilities wanted to start to adopt that style of training, the natural progression for the Throwdown brand was to build into rigs, racks, and equipment storage. If you've been in any large facility over the last few years, you realize there's now a fifth component in most floor plans. In the old days, we had cardio, we had selectorized strength, we had free weights, and then we had group exercise. Well, this new area is really about functional integrated HIIT training in a small group format. And the rigs and racks are perfect for that environment. So in almost every floor plan that we see when we're working with our customers, we see a space dedicated for this style of training. The racks are fully configurable. So whether you have a small space or you have an exceptionally large space that you want to occupy with the rack, everything is configurable. So as you grow the rack, you can also grow the accessories. If it's squat racks, dip stations, pull-up stations, rope pulls. Another part of the Throwdown brand is our weights, plates, and dumbbells. So we offer a premier line of urethane-coated dumbbells, plates, bars, and accessories to go with those bars. Now, we brand our Throwdown logo on the plates, but we can also customize the plates and dumbbells with your brand if that's something that you want to add. And that's one of the reasons, if you put all these things together, weights, plates, dumbbells, accessories, the rigs, the rack, the equipment storage, it's one of the reasons that the Throwdown brand fits so nicely into the Core Health and Fitness portfolio.
All right, thanks everyone. We hope you enjoyed the tour and getting to see just a bit of our passion for what we do and how we do it here at Core Health and Fitness. As I mentioned before, there's going to be 3 roundtables that are going to follow each Wednesday after this at 11 a.m. Pacific time. These are open access. Please join us. These will be co-anchored by you, our clients, as well as our business partners and ourselves, of course. These are great platforms for us to talk more than anything and learn from one another, and for us to continue to find ways that we can be a good partner. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Be safe, everyone.